first I want to know, why are you in a wheelchair?
Oh, well, I'd like to say it was a better story, like I fell out of a plane or I tripped over a stripper or something like that. But really, I was a little tipsy and kind of was waving goodbye to Marcus. He was in a taxi, and I fell off a curb and just shattered my fibula, just like in a bunch of places. And, I don't even know how I did. It doesn't even make sense to me. But you know how they always say, like, more accidents happen on the sidewalk than in cars? And hey, there you go.
You're living proof.
Statistic, People ask me if I'm going to get back on a sidewalk again. I don't know. So Feast 2, basically, even though it takes up right after, Feast 1, is running all over the place in the daylight, usually, and trying to find out what the monsters are. And
this is the first time I've seen this poster. I was just noticing how there's like so much blood on my nose. It looks like my nostrils like this long.
My character is the avenging twin sister, and I suss out what's happened to my sister, and it becomes a trip of revenge. Me and my girls, my other motorcycle chicks, and I are out to get the culprits.
Honey Pie, well, she took off in the beer truck.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to know what happens to the beer. I can't answer that question. But she takes us into a small town where havoc and dismay and destruction are continuing to occur.
You'll probably see more of the monsters than you've ever wanted to see. And it's so funny because when we were in this little town, we had people come up to us and go, "Hi, you're the guys making that movie with the monsters with the front tails," because they have penises, One of the monsters was sort of sitting out in front of this establishment, this insurance establishment, and evidently the secretary, was confronted with monster penis, and the owner wanted to have a fist fight with me or something. Almost, not really, but
Everyone will see Honey Pie get her just desserts. Ooh, that's a good tagline. Just desserts. Clue, who plays bartender in Feast 1, fights me. We actually talked about it for months ahead of time because we were so excited about that scene. We would go to dinner and say, "And then you're gonna do this." And he'd be like, "Yeah, that's good. No, wait. And then I'm gonna kick you in the vagina." I'd be like, "Yes! Kick me in the vagina, that's a good one." And then I was like, "No, wait." And then we'll get on the floor and we'll be on our hands and knees and you'll bite me on the face and rip my cheek off. Do you think special effects can do that? They can totally do that. Yeah, so we were pretty into it.
How are we going to top you getting face fucked?
Oh, that's a good question. I have a few. I can't give them away, but I do some damage in this one.
Are you guys going to do the same setup as you did in the first one where you introduce the characters and do their death approximation?
do little introductions on this one too, but they're different. And then also in Feast 3 they'll be different again. So, in Feast 1 we did the stats. In Feast 2 we do little kind of biofilms on each one. And then in Feast 3 we kind of go back to a version of the cards, but they're different. But we have, the returning monsters, and we have some variations, and we have a new hybrid monster.
Can you give me any details on that?
No.
Is it fuck a human? Is that what happens?
Oh, this one fucks an animal. And in the next one, a human. And so there's a different hybrid in both movies.
Do you get to kill some serious monsters?
Yeah, I do. I really go into action in part 3, but in part 2, it's more the people and things around me. I do get a couple of monsters. I do fuck up a couple of monsters, but not like I do in part 3. Part 3, I really go into action hero mode.
Okay, well, where Feast 2 is daylight, and it's maybe a little funnier. Feast 3 goes back down the rabbit hole a bit and gets dark, literally, and a little scarier and a little sadder and a little creepier and maybe a little more, intense. So they were supposed to all be kind of different, just for ourselves, just to, have fun. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I was like wondering who that was. I was like, oh, it's Jenny. Oh, darn it. Someone I know. I was kind of, I never get those director perks, So, yes. Yeah, I know. They're like, I have a film I'd like you to review. Oh, it's you. It's like,